Growing up, I enjoyed spending time with my uncles. Each one of my uncles taught me a lot of different things. Some of them taught me about livestock and working on the farm, and others taught me about different sports that they enjoyed. One particular uncle, he taught me about fast cars, and he loved to tinker with motorcycles as well and stuff. He was just kind of a fun guy around vehicles. But he also taught me one thing that really bothered me as a young boy for a long time. Because one time he was over visiting me, and it came time for my bedtime, and he said to me, "Now, good night, Doug," and then he says, "Don't let the boogeyman get you." And then I figured out, well, what's the boogeyman? And he told me it was this creature that might live under my bed, and it might come out and get me if I was a bad kid, and all this kind of stuff. Now, I knew he was joking even at the time, but when I went to my room, I was thinking about the boogeyman. And the boogeyman seemed to get bigger and bigger and bigger in my life, and I even had dreams about the boogeyman. This week I actually looked up the term boogeyman in Google, and I was fascinated to read about the boogeyman because it says there that almost every culture in the world has a term for the boogeyman. And some of them even have a description of what it looks like. For some, it's a bird with evil talons, and for others, it's an armored, mythical-looking creature that comes up out of the water. It's interesting. Almost all of the languages, it even starts with the word boogie or something along that. The boogeyman has been kind of terrorizing children of all generations and all cultures for many years. It's a scary thing when you're a child. I'm not afraid of the boogeyman anymore. I tried not to use that term with my own children when they were little. But that term really bothered me for a while. So this week, as I was reading in the Bible, I was reading about the story of Jesus sending out 70 to go out and tell other people about Jesus. And when they came back, they were rejoicing. And here's what they said when they rejoiced. It says in verse 17 of Luke chapter 10, "Then the 70 returned with joy, saying, 'Lord, even the demons are subject to us in your name.'" And Jesus was very kind. He says, well, that's really good. You know, I know the Satan. I saw him fall from heaven and all that kind of stuff. But he says something very interesting. He says in verse 20, "Nevertheless, do not rejoice in this, that the spirits are subject to you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven." And then I read what Ellen White says in the book Desire of Ages, where she says, "There are Christians who think and speak altogether too much about the power of Satan. They think of their adversary, they pray about him, they talk about him, and he looms up greater and greater in their imagination. It is true that Satan is a powerful being, but thank God we have a mighty Savior who cast out the evil one from heaven. Satan is pleased when we magnify his power, but why not talk about Jesus? Why not magnify his power and his love?" There's lots of boogeymen in our world today. Open up your social media accounts and you'll see people that will spread all sorts of conspiracy theories and this bad thing is happening and that bad thing is happening, and maybe they are and maybe they aren't. That's not the point. The point is Jesus wants us to be rejoicing in the fact that he loves us. He cares for us. He's walking with us. And he's got the power over the evil in our world. We're facing a lot of things right now. In the Washington Conference, you're probably facing things in your life. But don't let those things become so big and so magnified that they block out Jesus. I hope that you'll take some time and concentrate on Jesus and his love for you. And the power of the devil will only diminish in your life. And that is my prayer for you.